Long ago, before the legend of the Bell Witch haunted the quiet town of Adams, Tennessee, there was a woman named Kate Batts. Kate was known throughout the community as a strange and mysterious figure, always seen wandering the woods alone, speaking to things unseen. Some said she had a gift for speaking to the dead. Others whispered that she was a witch. Kate lived on a small farm near the Bell family. She had always been at odds with John Bell, the family's patriarch. Rumor had it that John had cheated her out of some land in a shady deal. Kate swore that she would have her revenge on him and his family. As the years passed, Kate's anger only grew. Her once lively eyes turned dark with hatred, and she became a recluse, rarely seen outside her property. Then, one cold winter's night, she fell ill with a fever. She lay in her bed, her breathing shallow and labored, her life slowly slipping away. On the night of her death, a storm unlike any Adams had ever seen tore through the town. Lightning split the sky, and thunder rumbled like the growl of some beast. As the wind howled outside, Kate whispered her final, vengeful curse. "John Bell," she rasped, her voice barely a whisper. "I curse you and your bloodline. I will never rest until I have my revenge." With those words, she drew her last breath. At that very moment, the storm seemed to explode in fury. Lightning struck a tree outside her window, splitting it in two, and a deafening crack echoed through the night. Then, just as quickly as it had begun, the storm stopped, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. The next morning, Kate's body was found in her bed, her eyes wide open and her mouth twisted into a grotesque smile. The townsfolk buried her in a shallow grave on her land, whispering prayers to ward off whatever evil they believed her spirit might carry. But Kate Batts did not rest in peace. That night, strange things began happening on the Bell farm. At first, it was small things, doors slamming shut on their own, footsteps in the hall when no one was there, the sound of a woman's voice whispering in the dark. But soon, the haunting escalated. The Bell children woke up screaming, their faces pale with terror, claiming to have seen a shadowy figure standing at the foot of their beds. Furniture moved on its own, and objects were thrown across rooms by invisible hands. John Bell, once a proud and wealthy man, began to waste away. He complained of a strange, burning pain in his throat, as if he were being choked by unseen hands. The townsfolk whispered that Kate's curse had taken hold. They could hear a voice in the wind, calling out to John, taunting him, laughing at his suffering. The Bell family knew they were dealing with something far beyond their understanding, something not of this world. They tried everything, prayers, exorcisms, even burning sage, but nothing could stop the haunting. The voice grew louder, the attacks more frequent, and the presence in their home more menacing. One cold December night, John Bell was found dead in his bed, his face contorted in pain. Next to his body was a small vial of black liquid, a strange and foul-smelling substance. No one could identify it, but everyone knew what, or rather who it was. The Bell Witch had claimed her first victim. From that day on, the spirit of Kate Batts, now known as the Bell Witch, continued to haunt the Bell family and anyone who dared to step foot on her land. Her laughter could be heard in the wind, her shadow seen flickering among the trees. The people of Adams learned to stay away from the Bell farm, especially at night. They knew the witch's spirit was still there, watching, waiting, and always hungry for revenge. And so the legend of the Bell Witch was born, a tale of betrayal, revenge, and a curse that would never be lifted.